Life can often feel like a maze, a complex journey filled with unexpected twists and turns, especially when it comes to relationships. Have you ever found yourself wondering whether the people around you are truly there for you or if they're simply taking advantage of your kindness? If so, you're not alone. I've been there too, and I know how confusing and disheartening it can be to question the sincerity of the connections we build. It's like standing at a fork in the road, unsure which path leads to authentic relationships, the kind that uplift you, inspire you, and help you grow into the best version of yourself. But here's the good news. You don't have to navigate this alone anymore. Today, we're diving deep into human behavior, emotions, and one of my favorite sources of wisdom, Stoic philosophy. Together, we'll uncover the subtle but telling signs that someone might be using you. These aren't just vague ideas or generic suggestions. They're practical, actionable insights designed to help you better understand the dynamics of your relationships and empower you to make thoughtful decisions. This isn't just about learning how to spot toxic or selfish individuals. It's about cultivating connections that truly matter, relationships that bring joy, fuel your growth, and contribute positively to your life. So, are you ready to shift your perspective and elevate your approach to relationships? Are you prepared to foster bonds that are meaningful and fulfilling? If your answer is yes, then you're exactly where you need to be. As we journey through these insights, we'll lean on the timeless principles of Stoicism, a philosophy that reminds us to focus on what we can control, embrace self-awareness, and demand the respect we rightfully deserve. So sit back, get comfortable, and prepare for a transformative journey filled with self-discovery, empowerment, and a path toward building genuine connections. You're about to unlock the tools for a better, more fulfilling life. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss a thing. 16 Stoic Principles to Protect Yourself from Manipulation. 1. Diminishing comments. Imagine this. You accomplish something that took time, effort, and dedication. Excited, you share your success, hoping for a warm congratulations, a high five, or at least a genuine acknowledgement. But instead, what you receive is a cold "that's it," or perhaps a dismissive remark downplaying your achievement. Or maybe you open up about your dreams, your ambitions, and the vision you're working hard to bring to life, only to be met with sarcasm or belittling remarks. These aren't just harmless comments. They're subtle tools used by some to chip away at your confidence and keep you questioning yourself. It's as if they need to make you feel small so they can feel bigger. This is where Stoicism offers profound guidance. One of its core lessons is focusing on what lies within your control, and your reaction to such comments is fully in your hands. When someone tries to diminish your success or ridicule your dreams, remember this important truth. Their remarks often reveal more about their insecurities than your value. It's their way of saying your growth makes me uncomfortable. So what can you do? You have a choice. You can either let their words weigh you down or recognize them for what they truly are, reflections of someone else's inner struggles. Your self-esteem is not theirs to manipulate. It's your shield, your strength, and your responsibility to protect. Surround yourself with people who celebrate your successes and genuinely support your aspirations. Through a Stoic lens, your life is far too valuable to be overshadowed by someone else's insecurities. Stand firm in your self-worth, maintain your peace, and let your actions speak louder than their words. In this journey of personal growth, you deserve relationships that inspire and uplift, not ones that hold you back. 2. Broken promises. We've all encountered people who are masters of grand promises. They weave impressive stories and make commitments with the finesse of a seasoned storyteller. But when it's time to deliver, they vanish without a trace, leaving behind nothing but disappointments and unfulfilled expectations. It's like watching a magic show. You're captivated by the illusion, eagerly waiting for the final reveal. But instead of pulling a rabbit from the hat, they leave you with an empty stage and a bitter sense of letdown. Here's where Stoicism offers wisdom. It reminds us to value actions over words because actions reveal true intent. Words can be beautiful blueprints for a dream, but without action, they're nothing more than empty promises. If you notice a recurring pattern where someone consistently falls short when it matters, take it as a sign. Are they truly invested in your relationship, or are they just enjoying the appearance of being supportive without following through? This isn't about becoming cynical, it's about being discerning. Trust and meaningful relationships are built on harmony between what people say and what they do. When someone's actions don't align with their promises, it's a red flag. Recognizing this empowers you to protect your time and energy for those who genuinely deserve it. Your emotional investment is valuable. Choose connections that bring sincerity and balance. Life is not a one-person show. You deserve teammates who show up, not just talk. 3. One-sided relationships. Picture this: you're always the giver. You offer your time, energy, and unwavering support without hesitation. But when it's your turn to need a helping hand, silence. It's not just about being generous. It's a sign that something is deeply imbalanced. Relationships thrive on mutual effort, not one person constantly carrying the weight while the other reaps all the benefits. Here's where Stoicism steps in with valuable insight. It emphasizes the importance of respect and balance in every relationship. Your worth is not defined by how much you give or how available you are. Recognizing a one-sided dynamic isn't selfish. It's an act of self-respect. Have honest conversations about the imbalance. See who's willing to adjust. Those unwilling to reciprocate are only making space for people who truly value and appreciate you. Remember, quality always outweighs quantity in relationships. You deserve connections rooted in respect, balance, and genuine care. Set your boundaries boldly and unapologetically because self-respect is never negotiable. 4. Ignoring your feelings and needs. Imagine speaking your heart, hoping to be heard and understood, but it's as if your words vanish into thin air. You pour out your thoughts, emotions, and concerns, only to be treated as though you're invisible. This isn't mere forgetfulness. It's often a deliberate way to maintain control and keep you questioning your importance. But Stoicism teaches us the value of empathy and respect for others' feelings. When someone consistently brushes aside your emotions or disregards your needs, it's a red flag. Your feelings matter. Your needs are valid. Recognizing these dismissive patterns is essential. Trust your inner voice when it tells you something isn't right. You're not a background character in someone else's life. You are the lead in your own story. If your emotions and needs are constantly ignored, it's time to stand up and speak out, not to start a conflict, but to honor your worth. If nothing changes, don't be afraid to reevaluate the relationship. Stoicism reminds us that self-respect is fundamental. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk away from those who refuse to value you. 5. Emotional manipulation. Navigating a relationship where your self-confidence starts to wane without any fault of your own can be disorienting. This often happens because someone is subtly manipulating your emotions for their own gain. These manipulators are skilled. They blend praise with criticism, keeping you on edge and dependent on their approval. Here's where Stoicism offers clarity. Remember the wise words of Marcus Aurelius: "You have power over your mind, not external events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This insight becomes your armor against emotional manipulation. If interactions consistently leave you feeling drained, it's time to take note. That awareness is your first step toward reclaiming control. Boundaries are just lines. They're the walls of your mental fortress. Stand firm in your values, challenge inconsistencies, and engage with those who respect your growth. Sometimes, the most empowering action is to set boundaries or walk away entirely. Stoicism teaches us that self-control is key. By protecting your peace, you not only honor yourself but also embody the wisdom of a Stoic warrior. 6. Lack of genuine support. At the heart of any meaningful relationship lies genuine support, a sense that someone is truly there for you through the highs and lows. When that support is missing, it's like walking a tightrope without a safety net. You move forward, hoping for encouragement, only to find an empty void instead. This absence is a glaring warning sign. Relationships are meant to offer mutual support, not leave you fending for yourself. Stoicism teaches us to value relationships built on reciprocity and respect. If you find yourself constantly giving without receiving, it's time to reassess. Surround yourself with those who uplift and encourage you, rather than those who leave you walking alone. Your emotional well-being matters. Protect it fiercely and build connections that are truly meaningful. Imagine sharing your biggest achievements or toughest struggles, only to receive nothing more than a polite nod or empty words. It feels as though your stories are background noise, lost on someone who's mentally checked out. They're there when times are good, like shadows basking in the sunlight, but vanish when things get rough. True support isn't about endless agreement or cheerleading. It's about someone genuinely invested in your journey, valuing your dreams as much as their own. When this element is missing, relationships become emotionally draining, leaving you feeling isolated even in company. Stoic wisdom reminds us to recognize these patterns. When joy is met with indifference and sorrow with hollow sympathy, it's a signal to reassess the depth and health of the connection. Life isn't about gathering companions for show, but finding allies who walk with you through triumphs and tribulations alike. Seek those who celebrate your successes and challenge you to grow, not because they have to, but because they genuinely care. In a world where many connections are surface level, relationships built on genuine respect and shared purpose become treasures. These are the bonds that withstand life's trials and propel us forward. Choose wisely. 7. Constant competition. Stoic philosophy emphasizes focusing on what's within our control. Yet constant competition pushes us to obsess over things beyond that control, like how we measure up to someone else's accomplishments. Think about it. When you're stuck in an endless game of one-upmanship, it drains you. Every interaction becomes a scorecard. Who did better? Who owes what? It's a tiring and hollow way to live, whether it's with friends, family, or colleagues. Genuine relationships thrive on shared victories and mutual growth. They aren't about keeping score, but lifting each other higher. Imagine a circle where success is celebrated without jealousy, where achievements inspire rather than breed envy. That's the type of connection we should strive for. So here's the Stoic approach. Shift your focus from competition to collaboration. Life isn't a zero-sum game. Your success doesn't limit anyone else's, and vice versa. Work together, celebrate together, and grow together. True strength in relationships lies not in rivalry, but in unity. Let go of the desire to compete, and instead seek connections where mutual respect and encouragement flourish. 8. Absence in critical moments. When life is smooth and the skies are clear, it's easy to be surrounded by people who seem supportive. But when challenges arise, some of those same people disappear like shadows fading with the sun. Stoicism teaches us to distinguish between what's within our control. You can't force loyalty or expect people to show up when you need them most. But here's what you can control: your reaction and mindset. Instead of bitterness or resentment, Stoicism encourages us to focus inwardly and resilience. Tough times reveal the true quality of your connections. If someone take it as a lesson. Build relationships with those who stand by you not just on sunny days, but through lies. And perhaps most importantly, strive to be that steadfast person who shows up. In doing so, you embody the Stoic virtues of character and compassion for life and alive. 9. Lack of reciprocity. Healthy relationships thrive on a natural balance of giving and receiving. When this harmony is missing, and you find yourself always giving without receiving anything in return, it can feel draining and disheartening. Stoic philosophy offers a guiding light in such moments. Focus on what's within your control, your actions, values, and responses, not the behavior of others. You can't force someone to care or contribute equally. What you can do, however, is set clear boundaries and communicate your needs assertively. Stoicism reminds us to strive for excellence in our own character, regardless of external circumstances. Rather than wasting energy on resentment, turn inward. Cultivate fulfillment by knowing you've acted with integrity and generosity. Your sense of self-worth should never depend on someone else's willingness to reciprocate. When you embody these principles, you become someone who knows how to respect yourself, communicate clearly, and establish healthy dynamics. If others can't meet you halfway, it's their loss, not yours. 10. Betrayal. Few things cut deeper than betrayal. It shatters trust and leaves scars on the heart. Yet Stoicism reminds us that while we can't control the actions of others, we hold complete power over our response. Betrayal reflects the character of the betrayer, not your worth. Instead of becoming consumed by anger or revenge, Stoicism urges us to respond with clarity and intention. Step back, assess the situation calmly, and choose a path aligned with your values. This isn't about letting betrayal slide or pretending it didn't hurt. It's about rising above the chaos, maintaining your dignity, and finding peace within yourself. Where you navigate betrayal with grace and wisdom, you embody true resilience. Let betrayal be a lesson, not a defining wound. Reaffirm your values and walk forward stronger, wiser, and unshaken in your pursuit of a life guided by integrity. 11. Selective availability. They act like you're important, but only on their terms, when it suits them. This inconsistency can mess with your confidence and peace of mind, making you question your value. But here's where Stoicism offers clarity. Your worth isn't dictated by someone else's whims. You are not at the mercy of anyone's selective availability. Stoic philosophy teaches us the importance of self-respect and dignity. It's okay to set boundaries and refuse to be treated like an afterthought. A relationship, whether friendship or otherwise, shouldn't be a one-sided waiting game. where your time and attention are disregarded. When you embody Stoic principles, you stand firm in your self-worth. You're not a pawn in someone else's game, but the central figure in your own life. So, the next time someone treats you as optional, remember this: your value doesn't depend on their schedule or attention. Shine confidently, live authentically, and never allow someone else to dictate your sense of importance. 12. Guilt manipulation. Ever had someone twist situations to make you feel guilty, even when you've done nothing wrong? It's a subtle and harmful tactic that can leave you questioning your decisions and values. But Stoicism arms us with a powerful reminder: guilt, when unjustified, is a tool others use to control your emotions. You don't have to carry it. Evaluate situations with logic and honesty. If you've made an error, take responsibility and learn from it. But if guilt is being imposed unfairly, recognize it for what it is: a manipulation tactic. By anchoring yourself in Stoic principles, you cultivate the strength to discern genuine accountability from toxic guilt. In doing so, you free yourself from emotional games and reclaim control over your peace of mind. Choose relationships built on respect, honesty, and sincerity. Guard your emotional well-being and never let guilt be a leash that someone else controls. 13. Lack of personal interest. In Stoic philosophy, virtue and wisdom aren't just about personal conduct. They also extend to the company we keep. Relationships flourish when there is mutual respect, curiosity, and genuine interest in each other's thoughts and emotions. When someone consistently dismisses or ignores your ideas and feelings, it can be profoundly discouraging. Stoicism reminds us of the importance of meaningful connections, urging us to choose companions who cherish and celebrate our inner world. A healthy relationship isn't just built on speaking, but on listening, truly understanding and appreciating what the other person brings to the table. If you find yourself trapped in a dynamic where your voice feels unheard, remember that you deserve better. Life is too precious to spend on one-sided interactions. Seek relationships where mutual interest thrives, where conversations inspire growth, and where your ideas matter just as much as theirs. It's not about cutting people off impulsively, but about investing in relationships that enrich your life and foster genuine emotional exchange. As the Stoics teach, focus on what is within your control: your choices, your values, and the relationships you nurture. You don't have to play a never-ending solo match in the game of connection. Find people willing to rally with you, valuing your thoughts, dreams, and feelings. 14. One-sided conversations. The Stoics emphasize fairness and balance, principles that apply not only to life's grand events, but also to our everyday conversations. A meaningful exchange requires two willing participants, both listening and contributing in equal measure. When conversations become one-sided monologues dominated by the other person while your thoughts are disregarded, it can be draining and frustrating. Stoic wisdom teaches us that fairness in communication is essential for meaningful connection. Healthy dialogue is a give and take, where both parties feel heard and understood. If you find yourself in a conversation where your words seem to fall on deaf ears, remember that it's within your control to steer the discussion in a different direction. It's perfectly okay to assert yourself and gently guide the conversation toward balance. Your thoughts and ideas deserve respect just as much as anyone else's. Stoicism teaches us to maintain our composure and integrity, even in difficult conversations. The focus should always be on fairness, mutual respect, and meaningful exchange. Seek out discussions that enrich and uplift both participants rather than diminish your voice. 15. Superficial closeness. Stoicism emphasizes the pursuit of genuine, meaningful connections, the kind that nourish your soul and contribute to a fulfilling life. Superficial relationships, however, may present an illusion of closeness while lacking real depth. It's like a beautifully decorated cake that tastes disappointingly bland when you take a bite. The Stoic perspective encourages us to value sincerity and mutual growth. True connections are built on trust, authenticity, and a genuine interest in each other's well-being. When you find yourself entangled in shallow relationships, remember that surface-level interactions rarely bring lasting joy or fulfillment. Life is too precious to waste on relationships that lack depth. Seek connections that inspire growth and offer emotional reciprocity. These authentic relationships not only enrich your experiences, but also align with the Stoic values of sincerity, wisdom, and purpose. So when you feel trapped in the facade of superficial interactions, don't be afraid to step away and search for deeper, more meaningful bonds. Surround yourself with people who respect and cherish your true self, and watch how your life transforms into something more fulfilling and joyful. 16. Continued lack of respect. When faced with persistent disrespect, Stoic wisdom offers a path of calm yet firm resolve. Instead of reacting with anger or frustration, Stoicism teaches us to respond with dignity, composure, and wisdom, like the calm eye of a storm. Self-respect is a core tenet of Stoicism. It reminds us that we have the right to set boundaries and refuse to tolerate being treated poorly. Respecting yourself means asserting your worth, not with hostility, but with quiet confidence and unwavering strength. The Stoics advise focusing on what is within our control. How others treat you may be beyond your influence, but how you allow them to continue treating you is entirely within your power. If you find yourself in a relationship or situation where disrespect is a recurring theme, take a moment to breathe deeply and channel your inner Stoic. Stand firm, assert your boundaries, and communicate your value with grace and dignity. Remember, you are worthy of respect. Life may present challenges, but Stoicism teaches us to navigate them with resilience and poise. Upholding your dignity is not only a reflection of your self-worth, but also a powerful act of self-respect.